talking, I don't sweat that. If they don't trust me either, I respect that. But she need down the ride, oh I bet that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that. Don't forget that, don't forget that. Ooh, I slide for my people, don't forget that.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is JH. How y'all doing, Postal family? Is everybody good? Is everybody cool? Everybody clean? Are you crisp? Are you feeling irie today? Let's talk. I'm about to take you on a ride. I'm about to take you on an emotional roller coaster. I'm about to do some things and say some things that may even piss you off. But wait, there's more. At the end of this video, I'm gonna show you some video clips that coincide with what we're talking about. I'm gonna say some good things that you may like. I'm gonna say some bad things that you may not like. But there's one thing for certain, two things for sure. Jay gonna tell it to you raw. 2025, we about to change the culture, baby. Right now, today, we have another situation where you had two masked men dressed in black pulled a firearm on a U.S. postal worker and stole all of her packages at gunpoint in Brooklyn. Yep, here we go again. 30-year-old woman was delivering packages for the United States Postal Service at Green Avenue and Malcolm X Boulevard in Bed-Stuy, baby, at 2:15 when she was robbed. Two men dressed in black wearing masks pulled a firearm on her and stole all of her packages at gunpoint. The pair was last seen fleeing westbound on Green Ave with the stolen mail. No arrests have been reported as of Wednesday. The robbery came days after U.S. Postal Service letter carrier was stabbed to death while on the job in Harlem. We're going to talk about this for a second. Now, hold that. Put that in your pocket. Store it. We're going to bring it back up later. You'll see the hand thing again, right? You see it? Now, my people told me recently, last month, said something about they got management teams telling you that there's a safety Gestapo driving around and immediately putting carriers on emergency leave for violating safety protocol. Well, Jay just happens to be in safety. So here's the real deal. I didn't know nothing about that. Slapped me silly and shaved me naked. So I heard it once. I said, maybe that's just an isolated incident. Heard it again. Said, maybe it's an isolated incident. But luckily, I got my little chat group. People all over the country. See the hands moving again. And somebody said this happened. Somebody said that happened. Somebody said that they got placed on emergency placement for not curbing wheels. I said, it seems a little extreme. So Jay started doing research because that's what I do. I'm a little nosy with it. I said, I don't see how that could happen. So I spoke to somebody in labor and said, how does this work? How does that work? Do they get paid? Blah, blah, blah. Got some information behind that. Now, again, I'm taking y'all for a ride. This is a longer video. Stick around because you're going to want to hear these facts. Turned around, I said, man, this don't sound right. I heard a lot of things going here. I heard a lot of things going there. So I decided I was going to text a person, a buddy of mine, a partner of mine, and said, hey, partner, is this going on? And if so, I ain't hear nothing about it. Well, partner of mine turned around and said, he said, yup. I said, for curbed wheels? Is this thing going on nationwide? He said, yes, and no seatbelts. I said, I'm in safety. Why I ain't hear about this? He said, because it's coming from a team from headquarters, way up top. It's above Jay. It's above my pay grade. I said, well, slap me silly and call me Uncle Tom. He said, they're getting them for jumping out of vehicles while it's running. Y'all know how this goes, baby. They putting them on emergency placement with no verbal warning, no administration pay as well. And management is supposed to address this immediately. Headphones, all those things. Now, to be fair, I do the DDC class, defensive driving class. All the things that they putting y'all on emergency placement for are what we speak about in this. For some reason, y'all gonna talk about it in the comment section, but for some reason, now they want to drill down on you. I got a lot of comments in my own personal chat group. They say, oh, because of this and oh, because of that. Forget that. I'm giving you a fair warning. Regardless of whether or not you drive bad before, If you don't want to deal with the headache, whether you feel like they're going to come and they're going, well, you know what, I'll just get a free day's pay. Just do what's right. Jay's telling you right now, just do what's right. I tell people all the time, earbuds. You can't hear people around you. So when you're in neighborhoods and you're driving, you can't hear the people around you. Y'all don't want to hear the lecture, but I'm giving it to you. I'm telling you, we're going to get to the good stuff in a minute. We're going to get to the good stuff in a minute. I promise you, we're going to get to the good stuff in a minute. I got to be straightforward with my people. You can't hear stuff. I was doing some training today, and the lady just had the heat on in the vehicle, and I'm outside and I'm giving her directions. I can't hear you. I said, well, I don't want to scream. I said, now remember in class I told you can't have earbuds? This is the reason why. Because you can't hear children. You can't hear if you're running over a dog. There's a lot of things you have to pay attention to. Curbing your wheels. A lot of runaways. Wait till these videos at the end. I'm telling you, stick around. It's going to be a long video. I don't want to do 3 or 4 of these. I want to get this out the way. Vehicles been running away, curbing the wheels. Well, we got raggedy vehicles. Well, they're replacing them with new ones. They complaining about that too. So here we go. Bottom line is whatever we got to use right now. Curb the wheels. Aim towards the curb. For those that don't know, I'm going to give it to you. Aim towards the curb if you're on level surface. That way, if I'm drunk driving, I slam into the back of you, you hit the curb. Great. You don't go straight because it hit the vehicle in front of you. And if you turn to the street and somebody hits you from the back, it'll go out into the street and possibly hit somebody. Now, if you're in one of those places that got hills, what you do is if you're facing up the hill, you turn towards the street, because if the vehicle starts rolling back, your wheels will hit the curb, preventing it from moving further. If you're facing down the hill, you turn the wheels towards the curb. That way, if it starts moving, boom, it hits the curb. That's the proper way to curb your wheels. Good, right? Earbuds? No. Curb your wheels? Absolutely. Leaving your vehicle running? That's a big no-no. Why? Because these vehicles are shit and they like to jump into gear. You know why? Because we have what they call those are column shifters. Steering column, column shifter. And they've been ripped up and down so much, the gear inside the column shifter is torn up. We could send it back and forth to the VMF all you want. They can't replace that because y'all. It's ridiculous, right? I know. But the moment you touch it, it pops in the reverse. If you don't have your emergency brake on, it's gonna go. You're gonna be chasing it, just like some of these videos you're about to see. Anyway, seat belts, that should be common. That's a common thing. You're gonna crack up in some of these videos I'm about to show you, but we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. But the bottom line is, those are the basics. Those are the basics, and yes, it's a safety thing. So please, for the love of whatever they got going on right now, do not give them a reason to mess with you. My man Unconscious Thoughts didn't close his door all the way, and they were messing with him. These people are all over, and they getting you. Now, when I do my little, driving around and I see people, I don't report that back to the station. We give them a little coaching. Hey, put your seatbelt on. Hey, shoulder belt, shoulder strap when you're going through intersections. I know they say that they don't teach everybody these things. Look, I'm just giving it to you what it is. It is what it is. Now, when it comes down to having to go on emergency placement, we get the money back. No. They're already making sure that people ain't gonna get paid. They're trying to prove a point, and I've been telling y'all there've been changes coming. Let's keep it real. I didn't know about this, or I talk about it, but now I do hear about it, I know about it, and now I'm giving you the heads up. Don't get caught out there doing something that you ain't supposed to do, all right? I fight to the end for people that doing right. All right, you already know. But if that's one of those situations, don't let one of them get you. Because one of them gets you, then you got issues. Your DSIs, your driving safety instructors, safety management, we drive around, we go, hey man, you know better. But don't put yourself in that risk. Now, y'all can discuss that all you want. And again, we're gonna show you some videos about things after the fact. Now, let's talk about the real deal. Let's talk about how we, all of us, because regardless of what you think, we postal workers. And my family out there being dealt with. And y'all are probably gonna say, well, they spending all this money to be worried about that, and they should be worried about the safety of the postal workers, and this is what they need to do. I agree. I 100% agree. Because 1.3%, Mr. Renfro. 1.3%. Robberies. I just spoke about it. Robberies. Doesn't make no sense. Robberies. Let's talk about what I like to call misplaced priorities. Okay? Misplaced priorities. Critiquing the focus on vehicle protocols over safety for personal people. Personal safety. It treats symptoms, not the root cause. The root cause of those vehicles being left running is the rush factor. Where does the rush factor come in? The rush factor comes in from management rushing the carriers. Just recently, these people are sitting there sending these messages out. Hey, we got less parcels. Make sure you're 8 and done, because somebody up top is telling them, hey, we got to cut back on hours. Well, you telling new people that they got to cut back on hours, that means they're going to rush. We got somebody getting followed recently. Followed because a person went over on their time, went into overtime. Here's my thing to you. Whenever you're being followed, and this is factual and it's safe, if you're ever being followed, you do every single step correctly. You're being followed, and then I forgot what they call it, to measure your time for every route. Every time you pull up to somebody's house, you do all your 5 steps before you get out the vehicle. You curb your wheel. You put it in park. You pull your emergency brake. You shut your engine off and you take out the key. Then and only then, you gotta make sure your flash is on. Then and only then do you go get your package, and then you go up to the door. No running. You walk up to the door swiftly and you walk back swiftly. And you do all your steps every single time. It's not playing the game, it's doing what is required. You're either gonna be safe or they're gonna be playing with your money on the end of the day. So there's no having it both ways. See how that works? This person got robbed, a young lady, 30 years old. Imagine, so many people watch me. I don't know how many of you have ever had a gun pointed at your face. It's not a fun experience. I'm sure that Renfro has had that done to him plenty of times, right? Because he's fighting to make sure that his letter carriers get paid for all the headaches and heartaches that they got to deal with on a consistent basis, right? There has to be a human element to this. When you worried more about numbers than you worried about the human, there's an issue. Carriers' personal lives and their value go beyond just their job. They are vital members of the community. Regardless of how much we want to push AI, no matter how much we want to push, just go. The people are not robots. You have to prioritize the human element to each individual. It has to be that way. The rising threats. It is not just look at it. The statistics are there. Go on the OIG report. The rising threats. Look at the OIG report. It is readily available on the light blue website. Dig through it. You will find out how much the threats to letter carriers has risen. There is an alarming trend of attacks on postal workers. We need to address these violent crimes on the postal workers before they worry about delivering a piece of paper to a mailbox. That's facts. Show that there's a human element about this company at the end of the day. Because they're not doing it to the Amazon people, not like us. They're not doing it to UPS people, not like us. It takes an emotional toll every day. Imagine that person that got robbed out in Bed-Stuy. She delivering her route. I got a gun held to my face. They gonna put a CCA on that route the next day. Do you think the CCAs want to go out on that route after the person just got robbed? Do you think they're gonna have somebody ride along with the CCA the next day? Oh, that's right. They don't have enough postal police to protect our people, because the postal police protect the mail. There's a psychological impact that these incidents have on carriers nationwide. You know how I know? Watch my videos, read the comments. this message is also for the people up top. Watch the video. Read the comments. This is stressful. It leads to anxiety. Here's my question. I want this to be a realistic answer. Can this young lady get back in her 2-ton and go drive that same route again in 2 weeks? They're going to rush to have her come back to work. When she comes back to work, are you going to go back on your route? Do you think that she's going to want to go back on that route after she had a gun pointed to her face? Please tell me. Oh, we got the next sucker we just hired. Please tell me. Oh, yeah, well, they got dog spray. You can't have a knife. Can't have a knife. Management telling you you can't protect yourself. But this person had a gun pointed to their face. Where's the human element? Let's talk about it. I am calling for the changing of the culture. You need to advocate for policies prioritizing carrier safety, pushing for concrete actions to protect their well-being, Mr. Renfro, before you worry about 1.3%. Oh, office time is an hour and get them out. 18 minutes here, 12 minutes there, 2 minutes there. This one sitting here. The carrier that sat there and was in that, this is just a speculation. Just imagine the carrier had to jump out his vehicle and run to go grab his lunch. And he's in a rush because he didn't want to know, what do y'all call it, idle time? Stationary time. Man, look, I gotta go, man. You know, they arguing with somebody because they gotta go because they can't be sitting there for too long. I mean, this is not too far-fetched, is it? Am I reaching? Because anybody that watches me knows. The carriers know. It's always go, 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 go. And not again in an argument with somebody. And then they end up dead. Because we have to look at the root cause, is what I just said. I said we gotta look at the root cause. The root cause starts with the unrealistic expectations of our letter carriers because they are human beings, they are not robots, and they need to be treated as such. And the way you treat them is by giving them a grand 1.3%. Thank you, Mr. Renfro. I don't get it. I don't understand it. The carriers are not perfect. I'm not perfect. Truck drivers ain't perfect. We can work together to build towards perfection. Progression, yes, is better than perfection. Because once you're perfect, you don't look to move anymore. My infamous saying is, when you feel like that you're there, you become complacent. I'm perfect, I'm complacent. Complacency is the enemy of progress. And once somebody feels like they know it all, they don't want anything else. Those are the ones that don't want to vote on something better. They're complacent. They don't want anything better because they're happy where they're at. But you're the enemy of progress. We need to be fighting for stronger safety values when it comes down to the human element. The mail can come and go. Do you think that the people that were in that building that did not get their mail are going to be like, I don't care that that carrier was killed. I want my letter. I want my bill. I want my... Do you think that's how it is? The billionaires sit up top. They forget that we're human. The people that are complacent forget that we're human. I'm in safety. I'm all for safety. I am an advocate for safety because I was worried about my son. When he's driving around, I'm worried about my grandkids, them being in a car and somebody being unsafe around them. I'm 100% for safety. And these videos that you're about to see, I know this is a long video. Sit your ass still. It will show you what happens when our people are in a rush and they screw up. Our people are screwing up because they're not following a direction. Like I said, this is going to take you on an emotional roller coaster. But at the end of the day, we're still human beings. There's a root cause to it. Unrealistic expectations. How do you expect people to deliver more faster while the population is growing? There's more vehicles, there's more traffic, there's more... What? Jay hit the nail on the head, but he's not a carrier, right? It's because I've driven over the road around this country, something that the people that are sitting in Washington have never done. I've driven from the top, Oregon, Washington State, to the bottom, to Key West, to the top, Maine, New Hampshire, all the way down to San Diego. Talk to me, San Francisco, down to Texas, Mexico. driven all around the world. Europe, 6 countries, driven. You know what I noticed? There's traffic everywhere, no matter where we turn. There's people everywhere, no matter where we turn. You know why there's traffic? Because there's people. You know why there's people? Because this is how the earth is. And what do people want? They want their mail. And we got mail people that are delivering their mail, but there's more and more people, but we want to deliver faster. They not only have mail, like Mr. Trump said, they got mail and parcels. More of a burden of a workload on the same person, but you want it done faster. Let's not misconstrue it. There are a bunch of screw ups. But again, the element of being a human has to be factored in. And if you do have a bunch of screw ups, management, get rid of them in the beginning. Get rid of them in the beginning. That's literally your job. You got a job where you got the 30, 60, 80 or whatever it is. Get rid of them in the beginning. That's your job. Not everybody comes in here and need to be carrying. These carriers earn what they got. These carriers have slaved and labored over some stuff. When you got one of those that slackers that come in there, they just cause a burden to the other carriers. Get rid of them. Do your due diligence. Oh, well, I can't get rid of them yet because we're short people. Don't sit there and drag somebody on and then all of a sudden they get past their 90 days. Now you stuck with them. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's literally your job. So there is a root cause, a domino effect. A domino effect. Be safe. Wear your seatbelts. Don't be the cause of all these accidents. I get an accident report. I be looking, I be like, God damn, carriers be tearing some shit up. I had a lady sit there and back up into a fire hydrant in a mattress. And I'm like, there's a mattress. Only got a camera in that bitch? Yeah, but it didn't beep. What? Did you even look at the camera? Well, no, it usually beeps. What? People like that. Come on now. Talk to me. Talk to me. I'm gonna play a couple videos, a couple clips. I'm letting y'all know they out there. They out there. Don't want to hear no stories about you got caught. And if you're there and you're watching me and you don't share this information, I say share this video, share the information that they're out there. That's on you. That's selfish. Let people know, hey, man, yo, I don't know where these some bitches at, but just so you know, be safe today, okay? There's nothing wrong with you telling your fellow coworker to be safe today. There's nothing wrong with it. Send them back to Washington. Let them sit up there and do whatever it is they do up there. But messing with the people that make this mail move is not the move. That's not the beat right now. Y'all stressed the fuck out already. You don't need no more stress on you. But in order to keep your eyes off of you, do what's right. Jay said it, do what's right. Tell management, I'm telling you, do what's right. I can't tell management nothing. I can suggest, but that don't help nothing. I've given you the rules. I've given you the know-how. I've given you the tools so that you can succeed. Like I said, eventually, one of y'all become management. Maybe you can help change the culture. We have an excellent person in my department that I used to work at, and this dude is on point, 100% on point. People love to come to work for this man. Like that little, I'm gonna stop calling, I'm gonna have perfect attendance when they fire your ass. This man is in there and he is on point. They love him because he's one of us. He knows how to talk to people. He works with people. We get enough of those in here, boy. This place will be running nice. You don't even need to have the discipline because people come in there willing to work. They work with each other. Hey man, you need some help? It's wild, man. Because it starts from the top. It starts from the top. The root cause of a lot of the foolishness starts from the top. But once you have people that are working with you, I got a few postmasters, great. And they have great crews that work with them. But it starts from the top. Y'all got to get in there. Work your way up to the top. Be the change you want to be, that you want to see. Y'all take a look at these videos. And no, I'm not apologizing because you had to sit through all of this. You needed to hear it. 2025, we changing the culture. No, I'm not apologizing. Can't make me. Y'all notice when I got my glasses on, I look. When everything's come off, I can't see a goddamn thing. Yeah, and it's coming. I'm being foolish. All right, check these little clips out, man. Tell me what you think.
I know that I got you mad once in a while.
I'm ready for
No, I'm good. I'm good.
Said I'm insane. My mind is not the same. I catch them all slipping like they driving in rain. It's not a game. Spitting tires, said you spitting firestone. Show you how a real fire go. Nigga, that's the real fire flow. Sit with the takedown, face down, my weight down, but straight up. Know that I can drop you quick. How dare no compare, it's unfair. Think you going somewhere, someone has to stop your trip. Coming at me, shorty 1-3. You must be ridiculously crazy. You must be some rapper from CT. You're whacker than anybody after me. Anybody attacking me. Really thinking like how can you? But I'm thinking like now I see. People become my haters when they see what I'm about to be. Maybe they must be doubting me. Half of them should be proud of me. Niggas whacker than after they realize they wanna shout at me. Nothing in me is white, but they laugh like I'm black and I cover up like white out. When I become spotlight on the mic, it's fright. They all gone, stand back, nigga, lights out. What I write likes overnight, like I'm a bright light, you a night light. Your shots are Shaq's free throws, they're awful, and I'm like Mike, bitch. Like flat. Yeah, I ain't dissing, I'm just making a statement. Statements.
Unexpected expenses stressing you out? Get the money you need now with Loans for Feds, a program designed specifically for federal employees. Bad credit is not a problem. Application is fast and easy with same-day approvals. Apply now.